East side, followed there by Indian Tiger. So the outcome of the first race going to number 2. And they're off and racing for the aggregated handicap. Level break by all 4 runners. And as they settle down to race, not too much of a pace, but Kiefer decides to take it up in front by about a length and a half from Hornbill on the inside. Keeping him company up on the outside, there comes Sea Eagle. And about 2.5 adrift there, last of 4, is Mandolin. They pass the 1100 meter marker now, and Kiefer on a start to finish mission by about 2.5 lengths there from Hornbill, about a length in front of Sea Eagle in third, and a close last there is Mandolin. They're now strung out in single file, and Kiefer's really making them gallop, picking up the pace and going away by about 4 lengths there, separating him from in second position Hornbill. Up on the outside, making a little bit of a forward move there, Sea Eagle, and so too is Mandolin. But with about little over 600 to run, and Kiefer is still going handily by about 3.5 lengths there from Hornbill in second. Then comes Sea Eagle in third, and Mandolin a close fourth. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Kiefer continues by about a length and a half, 2 lengths there from Hornbill, moving up on the outside. Then on the wider outside there is Sea Eagle. But with about 150 left to run, and Kiefer is still the leader from Hornbill, and up on the outside there hanging in is Sea Eagle. But it's still Kiefer and Hornbill now moving very up on the outside. But it's still Kiefer going nicely now. Kiefer by about a length and a half, 2 lengths from Hornbill. Kiefer wins this one from Hornbill. Then came Sea Eagle, followed there by Mandolin. So the outcome of the second race going to number 4, Kiefer, trained by Sean.
They're under starters' orders and they're off. An even display by all the 5 runners. And the 67 here being pushed to the front to go ahead from Tiger Shark on the inside. Tracking them in third is Sandrine. And another few lengths away is One So Wonderful and Whistleblower. They travel towards the mile marker now, and Tiger Shark, finding it a little slow in front, decides to take it up. Goes clear by about a length and a half to the good of on the inside 67. Tracking 67 and length away is Sandrine. Another 2 distances away is Whistleblower, and you can forget about One So Wonderful. The field of 5 past the iconic Victoria Memorial, and it continues to be Tiger Shark by about a length and a half to the good of 67. Always running in second. Tracking them in third is Sandrine. Another 2 distances away is Whistleblower, and One So Wonderful about 100 meters away from the front runners. It continues to be Tiger Shark, the mount of jockey S. Sucklane, in a start-to-finish mission, passing the 1,000-meter marker. He's making them gallop here by about 2 lengths, good of falling back a little bit, is 67 coming off the bridle. Sandrine being driven through as they pass the 800-meter marker, and you can forget the other 2 runners. So Tiger Shark here increasing his lead by about 4 lengths, good of Sandrine being pushed to stay with him. Another 4 lengths away is 67 dropping back, and Whistleblower getting a little closer than he was earlier. Bit of a procession here as they start to negotiate the bend. Tiger Shark about a 4-length lead of Sandrine, another 3 lengths away 67, and then Whistleblower about a distance behind. Tiger Shark comes home alone in front. He's about 8-10 lengths good of Sandrine on the outside. Between horses is 67 and Whistleblower. But Tiger Shark about 4 lengths, but getting a little slower here, but still 200 to run. It's Tiger Shark on the inside, getting very tired, seems to be faltering, and the rest are flying on the outside. And it's Whistleblower on the outside and 67. Tiger Shark has fallen behind, and it's got to be Whistleblower in a massive upset here from coming on to win from 67. Then there was Tiger Shark, then there was Sandrine, and bringing up the rear was
123. And they're off and racing for the Calcutta 1000 Guineas 2023. Lovely even break, and as they settle down from the outside draw, it looks like Jazara who takes up the running there from Merope, fighting a bit for a head but settling into second. Long Lease tracks her. Then there's the Dance Along moving up on the outside. 26 Black is tucked in on the fence, and Nautica a close last. They go past the 1200 meter marker. Jazara now settles down to lead by about a length and a half there from Dance Along in second position. Merope has settled very nicely into third along the rails. Then you've got Suraj Naredu on long lease up on the outside. They're followed there by 26 Black, and the back marker at this stage is Nautica. They've got a little over 600 to run in the Calcutta 1000 Guineas 2023. Jazara now being pushed for an effort on the outside there by Dance Along. Meropi still travelling handily in third. Also moving nicely on the outside is Long Lease. 26 Black isn't going badly either in fifth position. And then there's Nautica. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Jazara continues in front, just about 3 parts of a length now separating her from Dance Along. Long Lease makes a quick forward move on the outside. Meropi looks for a run on the inside railings and gets it. And it's going to be Meropi on the inside, Long Lease up on the outside. These two fighting it out, but it's Long Lease who's kicked away by about a length there from Meropi on the inside. And it's all over bar the shouting. Long Lease is going further and further away to win the 1000 Guineas. Long Lease walks away with the 1000 Guineas here from Nautica. Then came Meropi, followed there by 26 Black. So yet another stunning upset here on Calcutta 1000 Guineas Day.
The track is clear. They wait for the starter's call, and they are off and racing for the KRA Cup. Even start by all the runners as the field settles down to race. Is Summer Night, just the leader. From towards the inside we got Sea Line, not too far away, and the outside there is Eastwood getting a check there and dropping the rider. There is Sea Line as they pass the 1200, so the rider looks okay on his feet. The one who now takes up the running there is Summer Night, goes about 2.5 lengths clear. And second we got Eastwood. The one who's racing in third there is Malwa. For the back in the field there is Tigrio. Last of 5 now there is Siege Perilous. They take the first right-handed turn and go past the 800 now. It continues to be Summer Night, about length and a half, 2 lengths in front of Eastwood. Continues to race in second. In third there is Malwa towards the inside. The riderless horse on the outside, that Sea Line. For the back in the field we go back to Siege Perilous, being joined on the outside there by Tigrio as they pass the 600 and get ready to take the turn. Continues to be Summer Night now, about 2.5 lengths in front of Eastwood is the one who's in a spot of bother going backward. The one being passed towards the inside there by Malwa. On the outside there is Tigrio, who's racing rather nicely at this juncture as they take the turn. For the back in the field there is Siege Perilous. They're at the top of the home straight now. It's Summer Night, just about a length and a half in front of. Down the center there is Tigrio. Towards the inside there is Malwa. They're into the last 350 meters, and it's Summer Night towards the inside, being passed on the outside there by Tigrio, who comes up, takes up the running. Then we got Malwa is coming up with a run on the outside, but it's Tigrio who's gone to the front, about 2.5 lengths in front of Malwa, has moved into second, into the last 150 meters, and Suraj is going to get a cup double here. Tigrio gets a very easy win in the KRA Cup. In second there is Malwa, in third is Summer Night. Then we went back to Siege Perilous. For the back in the field was Eastwood, who they're set. The track is clear, and they are away and racing for the aperitif handicap. A little slowly out there is Basharat as the field settles down to race. Down the center there is Jawai, who finds himself in front, being joined on the outside there by Swift. And towards the inside we got Wordsmith, who's in the claret and gold jacket. Between runners we got on the outside there is Clever Hans. For the back on the outside, between runners there is Artemis Ignatia. The one who's racing a little keenly in second last spot there is Silver Rita. Last of all there is Basharat. They passed the 1000 now, and Wordsmith has taken it up from Jawai, has settled back in second. In third towards the inside is Jolofet. On the outside of Jolofet there is Swift. Between runners there is Silver Rita. Racing wide of the track and losing pace there is Clever Hans. Then we go back to the favourite Artemis Ignatia, who just has one behind, that's Basharat. They have a little over 600 to go. It's Wordsmith being joined on the outside there by Clever Hans, racing very wide of the track. Between runners there is Jawai, who's hidden up from your view. Towards the inside there is Jolofet. Between runners there is Swift and Silver Rita, racing almost together. The one who's going to take the turn wide of the track there is Artemis Ignatia. Last of 8 there is Basharat. They're at the top of the home straight, and Wordsmith towards the inside. Down the center there is Jawai. On the wide outside there is Swift, and even wider of the track there is Artemis Ignatia. But it's Swift down the center who's taking charge. On the outside there is Artemis Ignatia. Towards the inside there is Jawai. But it's Swift now down the center, about length and a half in front of the one who's coming up with a run. Down the center there is Clever Hans, but Swift about length and a half into the last 100 meters, and Swift is going to win it. Swift gets it from, I think Artemis Ignatia may have got second from Jolofet. Then we went back to Clever Hans, Basharat, Jawai, Silver Rita. Last of all there was a long time leader, Wordsmith.
Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Christmas meeting, first day Saturday, 2nd December 2023 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Afro's Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First runner we are looking at is Lucky 9, who moved base from Hyderabad. The first start it had was in race number 2, where it went over 1600 meters, was in a forward position as they entered the home straight. That started to slip back and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Rashpudi in green, who won that race by a lengthening margin of 6 lengths. Moving on to number 2, Tender Heart, who's already had a couple of starts in this season, where in race number 2 it finished on 6th, in race number 9 it finished on 5th after travelling in 8th spot throughout, as you can see, in the grey jacket with the black star, and came out and finished up closer to the winner, which was White Roses, who was a little tardy out of the gates but then came up and took charge and won that race impressively. Number 3 is Ganadora Arizona out of Top Romance. One start for Ganadora, where she was travelling in 4th spot. This was in race number 20 in the monsoon season over 1200 meters and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Rocket Man, who absolutely pulverized the opposition, won that race by 6 1/4 lengths. Moving on to number 4, Trident Star, Phoenix Star out of Sugarmint. Couple of starts for Trident Star, one in Bangalore where it finished on 8th. In its first start in the Calcutta track in race number 1, it was in 6th spot as the horses took the turn, then eventually made up some placing and finished on 4th. The winner here was Tropical Lady, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 5 is Mars Fiero out of Outer Space. Mars had 3 starts in the Bangalore season. In its first start after coming back to Calcutta in race number 8, it was in forward position as they entered the last 200 meters and then started to drop back and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Huma, who won that race by 8 lengths. Moving on to the second race of the afternoon, the Hartnell Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we're looking at is number 1, Trebia. Trebia had a start in race number 9 in the current season where it took the turn in 11th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 10th. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race very impressively by 2 3/4 of a length. Number 3 is Lion Queen. Lion Queen had a couple of starts in the monsoon season, was winner in race number 1 where it got the measure of UV. In its next start, the one we are looking at in race number 11, took the turn in 4th spot and came up and finished on 3rd. The winner here was East Side. We had 5 runners which went up against each other in race number 12 in the current season. First up we had Impermanence, who was in 2nd spot, then dropped back and eventually finished on 7th. We had number 6, Sun God. Sun God, who was travelling in 8th spot and made up a couple of placing and eventually finished on 6th. Number 7 was UV. UV was in 6th spot, came up and eventually finished on 2nd. Number 9 and 10, that's Italian Gold. Italian Gold was in 7th spot, made up some late gains and finished on 4th. Number 10, Sporting Trainer, who took the turn in last spot, then made up a few placings after being a little slowly out of the gates and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Jamaica, who won that race very impressively by 4 1/4 lengths. Number 5 is Tropical Lady. Tropical Lady, after finishing on 2nd in his only start in the monsoon season, this start and was in the current season, the first race of the season, where it took the turn in 4th spot, then into the last 150 meters, took charge and won that race by a length and a quarter, beating Cosmic Cowboy into 2nd. We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Surrender Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46 eligible. This is a no whip race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first two runners we are looking at: number 1 Maktub, number 5 Debuska, and number 6 is Mount Reno. Maktub, this was in race number 7, took the turn in second spot, then when asked for an effort started to backpedal a little bit and eventually finished on 4th. Number 5 Debuska, who took the turn in 4th spot, also weakened and eventually finished on 5th. Mount Reno, who took the turn in 6th spot, stayed on in 5th. The winner here was Mescal, who won that race by about half a length. Number 2 is Celtic Harlequin, earlier known as Agostini Karachi. This was in race number 27 in the monsoon season, where it was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight, made up a placing and eventually finished on 3rd of 4 runners. The winner here was Longlease, who won that race by a widening margin of 6 1/4 lengths. Couple of runners again. Number 3 is Horus the Great. This was in race number 28 in the monsoon season, where Horus the Great was in 2nd spot at the end of the home straight, then started to weaken and eventually finished on 5th. Number 4 Burmese, who was in a forward position as they entered the home straight, then started to really backpedal and eventually finished on 6th. The winner here was Jawai, who won that race by almost 4 lengths. Number 7 is Palcha. Couple of starts for Palcha after coming down from Hyderabad. First up it finished on 7th in race number 6. Then in race number 9, the one we are looking at, took the turn in 9th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 8th. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race by 2 3/4 of a length. Number 8 is Regency Gold. Regency Gold skipped the monsoon season. This is from the previous winter season, where in race number 151, Regency Gold was in 2nd spot at the end of the home straight, kept on fighting something and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Maktu, who won that race by a length and 3/4. Moving on to the fourth race of the afternoon, the Noble View Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. The first runner we're looking at is number 1, Jolafet. This was in race number 18 in the current season, where Jolafet was in 3rd spot as they entered the home straight, kept on battling and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Swift, who came up wide of the track and took charge and won that race by 3/4 of a length. Number 2 is Mandolin. Mandolin had a couple of starts in the monsoon season, 2nd and 3rd in each of his 2 starts. This start was in race number 14 in the current season, where it went over 1600 meters, was in 4th spot at the end of the home straight. Did not make any further improvement, finished on 4th of 4 runners. The winner here was Kifa, who won that race by a length and a half. Number 3 is Dragon's Gold. Dragon's Gold had one solid restart in the monsoon season, and what a start it was in race number 19. It went on a start to finish mission over 1600 meters and made every poster winning one, and into the home straight, kicked away from the field, won that race by 6.5 lengths, beating Ghost into 2nd. Number 4 is Dubai Star. Dubai Star had a couple of starts already in this current season, where Dubai Star first up it finished on 6th in race number 4 behind Merope, and its last start, the one we are looking at, is in race number 7. It was in 5th spot at the end of the home straight, came up with a dazzling run down the center and eventually finished on a close 2nd to Mescal, about half a length from the winner. Number 5 is White Roses. White Roses, this was his first start in the Calcutta track, where in race number 9 it was a little slowly out of the gates, was racing in 3rd spot at the end of the home straight, then took charge into the last 150 meters and won that race by 2 3/4 of a length, beating Tusaw into 2nd. We move on to the fifth and feature race of the afternoon, the Bright Hanover Cup, for horses rated 95 and above to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. First we had 3 runners which went up against each other in race number 11. We had number 3 Awesome One, number 1 Savvy Chick and number 6 Tactical Command. Savvy Chick made every post a winning one and kept on finding something and kicked away from the field. Number 3 Awesome One was chasing Savvy Chick all throughout the race, and all it could do was chase the shadows of Savvy Chick. And the other runner was number 6 was Tactical Command. Tactical Command was in 4th spot, then came up and eventually finished on 3rd. Number 2 is Delphini. Delphini is bated breath out of Performer. This was in the current season where Delphini was a little slowly out of the gates. This was in race number 5. It was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight and into the last 150 meters, took charge and won that race by 3 1/4 lengths, beating Hidden Gold into 2nd. Number 4 is Stockbridge. This was from the monsoon season where Stockbridge in race number 24 was in 2nd spot as they entered the home straight, then took charge soon after and then kicked away from the field, won that race by 6 3/4 lengths, beating Tactical Command into 2nd. Three runners went up against each other in race number 17, which was a very eventful race where the favourite came a cropper into the first 200 meters. Tigrio, who was in 2nd spot, took charge into the last 300 meters and won that race very impressively. Number 7 Siege Perilous was in 5th spot, made up a placing and finished on 4th. And number 8 Summer Night, who was on a start to finish mission, then threw in the towel into the last 300 meters and finished on 3rd. Moving on to the 6th and last race of the day, the Icelandic Handicap, for horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. We got 4 runners going up in this race. The first runner we are looking at, number 2 Dubai Gold. This was from the current season where Dubai Gold was in 4th spot as they entered the home straight. This was in race number 3 where it went over 1600 meters and eventually Dubai Gold fell back and finished on 4th. The winner here was Basharat, who took the inside run and got that race in the shadows of the post. Number 3 is Rimmel. Couple of starts already for Rimmel in this season. First up it finished on 3rd in race number 3 in a small field of 4, and his last start took the turn in 6th spot. This was in race number 13 over 1100 meters and made up a placing and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Rodrigo. Number 4 is Sonata, Win Legend out of Bold Reply. This was in the monsoon season in race number 25 where Sonata was on a start to finish mission, was given a breather as they entered the last 600 meters, then again kicked away from the field and won that race, beating Acrobat into 2nd.
Ladies and gentlemen, we bring to you the Bright Hanover Cup, the 5th race of the first day of Christmas meeting. So let's hear it from our experts on the 8 runners for the Bright Hanover Cup. Over to Danny and Ratha.
The Bright Hanover Cup, and Bright Hanover was one of the leading horses of its time. I think won the Invitation Cup in 1971, a year before I was born, and that's going back a while. And trained by Mr. Majid Shah, very well respected and a very senior and prominent trainer of his time. So the horse lives on, at least through the name of this cup, and it'll be exciting to see these Class 1 horses, the higher rated Class 1 horses, the 95 rated and above horses, taking part tomorrow in this cup race.
We got a lineup of 8 runners, so let's go through. Number 1, the Savvy Chick. Danny, what's your take on Savvy Chick?
Savvy Chick, being a 4-year-old filly, rather can carry the weight. She's giving weight to this field, and ridden by local jockey Sujit Kumar Paswan. I think the 1400 meters definitely, is a suitable distance for this filly, and she's really in it. She's been working really well. She's had a lot of work from her last win, which was also over 1400 in a terms race. She beat Awesome One by 6 lengths and in a facile manner, and she's also can carry weight, I feel. So I give Savvy Chick a good chance.
Tell us about Delphini's chance, Ratha, in this race. How do you place her?
Definitely, Delphini's been very consistent through the last season and the winter season before this. So, and she's won well, also well. Last time by 3.5 lengths or 3.25 lengths. And yes, she's also in with a chance, I feel, definitely. When we got number 3, Awesome One.
Yeah, rather. Awesome One's now 8 years old and still looks great. He's a lovely looking horse. He still does his, gives a great performance every time he runs, but I think maybe a little long in the tooth now. He was well beaten by 6 lengths last time out when he came across Savvy Chick, and Neeraj Rawal riding Awesome One this time. I think at best he'll make them gallop, the younger horses.
Rather, take us through Stockbridge for the Bright Hanover Cup. What are your views on Stockbridge?
Stockbridge has been in good form. He had his only start in the monsoon and won it effortless, where Savvy Chick ran 3rd. That day, as I again saying, there was an 8 kilo penal difference in the handicap. Now it's 4.5. So definitely it's going to be a lovely race to watch, and it's going to be a tactical race to see who's going to come out on top.
Winner in his last outing. Danny, take us through Tigrio. What are the chances of him in this race?
Well, Tigrio came out and won by 3 lengths, beating Malwa, another horse which has not seen the winner's enclosure for a while. And I think Tigrio, after coming out from that win, gone up a bit on the with a penalty, come up to a rating of 103, and really he'll have to really have improved in his form with the benefit of that win to challenge the likes of Savvy Chick and Stockbridge here.
So number 6, Tactical Command. I think this is the 4th runner all from Ashay's stable. It's got this is P. Tejesh was taking the ride. Since he's come to Calcutta from Bangalore, he's never been off the board, so he's been a real money spinner for the owners, definitely in terms of stake money coming in. And as you said, right, he's the horse who we never know is a surprise package in the race.
From B. Mahesh's yard, the ride of P. Uday Kiran, horse number 7, Siege Perelis. Give us your views on him.
I'd just like to see a little more out of Siege Perillius, a little closer, a little more of a forward run before I can really have a definite opinion about this horse. Ridden by P. Uday Kiran, Siege Perillius, distance maybe okay, 1400, maybe just okay for him. But I think it's he needs to show much more form and a closer performance for him to really have a serious chance, at least a talking chance on paper, looking at the race card for tomorrow.
Ratha, our last contender for this race, Summer Night from Bharat Singh's yard. Give us your views on him.
Handicap advantage for sure. He's a forward front running horse, so he could just make them gallop in the front with the handicap difference on the scales. So, but I feel he still needs to find a lot to come out on top in this race with the company he's running with.
Your attention please. The selection for Calcutta races. The jackpot pool will be on 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th races. The mini jackpot pool will be on 3rd, 4th, 5th and 6th races. The first treble pool will be on 1st, 2nd and 3rd races. The second treble pool will be on 4th, 5th and 6th races. Your attention please. The selection for Bangalore races. The jackpot pool will be on 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th races. The mini jackpot pool will be on 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th races. The first treble pool will be on 2nd, 3rd and 4th races. The second treble pool will be on 5th, 6th and 7th races.
Welcome to the Royal Calcutta Turf Club Calcutta Races Christmas meeting, first day Saturday, 2nd December 2023 race preview. The first race of the afternoon is the Afro's Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First runner we are looking at is Lucky 9, who moved based from Hyderabad. The first start it had was in race number 2, where it went over 1600 meters, was in a forward position as they entered the home straight. That started to slip back and eventually finished on third. The winner here was Rashpudi and Green, who won that race by a lengthening margin of 6 lengths. Moving on to number 2, Tender Heart, who's already had a couple of starts in this season, where in race number 2 it finished on 6th, and race number 9 it finished on 5th after travelling in 8th spot throughout, as you can see, in the grey jacket with a black star, and came out and finished up closer to the winner, which was White Roses, who was a little tardy out of the gates but then came up and took charge and won that race impressively. Number 3 is Ganadora Arizona out of Top Romance. One start for Ganadora, where she was travelling in 4th spot. This was in race number 20 in the monsoon season over 1200 meters and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Rocket Man, who absolutely pulverized the opposition, won that race by 6 1/4 lengths. Moving on to number 4, Trident Star, Phoenix Star out of Sugarmint. Couple of starts for Trident Star, one in Bangalore where it finished on 8th. In its first start in the Calcutta track in race number 1, it was in 6th spot as the horses took the turn, then eventually made up some placing and finished on 4th. The winner here was Tropical Lady, who won that race by a length and a quarter. Number 5 is Mars, Fiero out of Outer Space. Mars had 3 starts in the Bangalore season. In its first start after coming back to Calcutta in race number 8, it was in forward position as they entered the last 200 meters and then started to drop back and eventually finished on 5th. The winner here was Wuma, who won that race by 8 lengths.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the stewards of the Royal Calcutta Turf Club, I would like to welcome you all to the first day of the Christmas meeting. We have a race card of 6 races and the feature event being the 5th race, the Bright Hanover Cup. Before we move on to the first race of the day, Albert, can you take us through the track conditions and the pentameter reading, please?
Sure. Very good afternoon to you, Melissa, to you and all our patrons across the India. Well, the weather is clear, the track condition is good going. There are false races in position from 1200 meters up to 400 meters at an average width of about 2.5 meters. And the pentameter reading is 1.5 centimeters. I repeat, the weather is clear, the track condition is good going. There are false races in position from 1200 meters up to 400 meters at an average width of about 2.5 meters. And the pentameter reading is 1.5 centimeters.
We move on to the first race of the day, the Afro's Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26, 1600 meters. The field has been reduced to 5 runners with the withdrawal of horse number 4, Trident Star. Albert, take us through horse number 1, Lucky 9 from B. Rajendra Reddy's yard.
Melissa, the start for Lucky 9 was really eye-catching in its first start that he had after moving from Hyderabad, where it was in a very forward position, and I think Rashpudian Green was a little too good for it, and which stretched away. But I think Lucky 9, as the odds suggest, is at 7-4, which is about 1 3/4, is a worthy favourite.
Then you have horse number 2 on your screen, that is Tender Heart from Vikas Jaiswal's yard.
Tender Heart has already had a couple of starts, and in her last start, she was the one who was seen finishing on, was racing in the wrong end of the field, but really came in, got into the cluster and just missed out on the frame.
Then you have horse number 3 on your screen, that is Ganadora from Asha Doctor's yard, ridden by Yash Naredo.
I think really parading very nicely is Ganadora Arizan out of Top Romance, the mount of Yash Naredo, who's getting a few winners of his own here. And I think it's one of your frontline contenders. I think if not the one which can get the measure of Lucky 9, according to me.
You have horse number 5 on your screen, that's Maz from Neil Darashah's yard, ridden by Muhammad Akram.
One of the small made fillies at 390 odd kilos. The mount of Muhammad Akram, in her last start, Maz was racing in a forward position but then ran out of gas. I think I would like to see something from Maz before I recommend her.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next you have horse number 6, Nod from Patrick Quinn's yard, ridden by apprentice jockey AK Aniket. Claims 2 kilos on Nod. Albert, what is your pick on Nod?
Greys always catch my eye, Melissa, and Nod is definitely one of the nice lookers in the paddock. Kindaka out of Snow Cannon, but I don't know much about the form of Nod, so let's see what it does.
Ladies and gentlemen, the horses have made their way out of the paddock and towards the starting gate, so we leave it up to the commentary box and may the best horse win. Thank you.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the third day of the Calcutta races here. It's the first day of the Christmas meeting, and you can feel that Christmas spirit already coming into the air in Calcutta. Runners and riders coming out onto the racetrack for the first race, the Afro's Handicap, led out by Lucky 9, being ridden by Mukesh Kumar. Number 2 is Tender Heart, being ridden by Vinay Jaiswal. Number 3 is Ganadora, being ridden by Yash Naredu. Number 4, Trident Star, has been withdrawn on veterinary grounds. Number 5, Maz, being ridden by Muhammad Akram. And number 6, Nod, being ridden here by AK Aniket. So runners and riders on their way to the starting gates, and we'll get back to you as they get there. The latest bookmakers odds, number 1, Lucky 9, is at 7-4. Number 2, Tender Heart, at 9-2. Number 3, Ganadora, 9-2. Number 6, Nod, at 6-1. So that's the way they bet here for the first race, the Afro's Handicap. named after a grey filly who came out to win the 1989 Calcutta Derby in a dead heat with another grey named Zara Shah. So that really takes you back in time. Afros, who came out to create history, dead heating in the Calcutta Derby back in 1989.
So warm welcome to the first day of the Christmas meeting here in Kolkata for the running of the Afro's Handicap. We have 6 runners going to the start, led by number 1 Lucky 9, trained by B.R. Reddy, ridden by Mukesh Kumar. Number 2 Tender Heart, the mount of Vinay Jaiswal, trained by Vikas Jaiswal. Number 3 Ganadora, change of equipment with the tongue strap on. Number 4 Trident Star has been withdrawn. Number 5 Mars Fiero out of outer space, trained by Neil Darasha and ridden by Mohammad Akram. Number 6 the Grey Node, property of Faiz Adam, trained by Patrick Quinn, ridden by apprentice jockey A.K. Aniket. So 5 runners making their way down to the mile marker for the first race of the Christmas meeting on a beautiful, glorious afternoon here in Calcutta. The sun is out and it's a little warm still. It hasn't really cooled as yet, but it's a clear afternoon, so makes commentating a lot easier. So the 5 runners at the 1600 meter marker for the running of the Afro's Handicap. Number 1 Lucky 9 is the favorite at 17 to 10 against. Number 2 Tender Heart, available at 4 to 1. Number 3 Ganadora at 9 to 2. And the Grey Node is available at 7 to 1. That's how they bet in Kolkata for the running of the first race of the afternoon. Runners and riders at the 1600 meter starting stalls. The orange marker goes up. Horses are now being stalled. They're trying Mars in the Manjari colours. Mars has walked in very quietly. Lucky 9 being led up. Lucky 9 has been stalled. Tender Heart being led up. In the meanwhile, Ganadora with the light green cap moving towards the starting stalls. Ganadora has been stalled. We're just waiting now for Nord to come to complete the line. Nord has moved in, all in and locked up and ready, under starters orders, and they're off and racing for the Afro's handicap. Missing it a couple of lengths there was Ganadora. And as the field settles down, a customary start to finish mission, Lucky 9 on the outside of Mars on the inside. Another 3 lengths away, Tender Heart. Tracking Tender Heart in fourth is Nord, and a close last is Ganadora. They pass the iconic Victoria Memorial and they come towards the 1200 meter marker, and it's Mars on the inside, continuing to bowl along in front. About half a length go to Lucky 9, tracking him all the time. Another 3 lengths away is Tender Heart in the blinkers. Another 2 lengths behind Tender Heart is the grey Nord, and about 3 lengths behind, bringing up the rear, is Ganadora. About 12 lengths separate the first and the last as they come towards past the 800 meter marker, and it continues to be Mars in a start to finish essay here. By about a length and a half, go to on the outside is Lucky 9. 3 lengths away, Tender Heart. Nord coming off the bridle on the outside, and about 2 lengths away, Ganadora in the rear as they come towards the 600 meter marker. They begin their wheeling around the corner, and it's going to be Mars on the inside. On the outside, Lucky 9 is kicked for home. Another length away is Nord. Improving on the outside all the time is Tender Heart. They straighten up for the final run-in. Lucky 9 brings them home in front by about a length half. Good of Tender Heart on the outside. The grey travelling well on the very, very wide outside. Lucky 9's gone. Between horses, it is Nord on the outside who comes and takes it up. Nord has gone clear by about 2 lengths. Good of Tender Heart. It is Nord travelling the best of them all. Nord going away to win the Afro's handicap very, very comfortably by about 4 lengths. Go to the late finishing Ganadora. Nord wins it by about 4 lengths from Ganadora. Then there was Tender Heart, Lucky 9. And bringing up the rear was Mars. So good upset here on the start of the first day of the Christmas season. Here at the Kolkata races. Horse number 6, Nord, the 7-1 chance, was lying a handy fourth all the way. And when AK Aniket, the young apprentice from Western India, pressed the button, it was all over as he swooped on them on the outside and took over the running. And went away and won this extremely comfortably. So horse number 6, Nord, by King Dhaka out of Snow Cannon, the property of Fairs Adam, trained by Patrick Quinn and ridden by AK Aniket, wins the first race here this afternoon. As you see the replay here, Lucky 9 kicks for home. Between horses was Tender Heart, the mount of Vinay Jaiswal. But once A. Aniket released Nord on the outside, it was all over bar the shouting. He just literally ran away with the field. And Ganadora there, under a lot of immense pressure from the top of the straight, runs on to run second. So an impressive win here for Nord, the first race of the afternoon. The grey Nord winning the Afro's handicap. Afro's our Derby winner was a grey as well.
The results of the first race at Kolkata: number 6, Nord, first; number 3, Ganadora, second; number 2, Tender Heart, third; number 1, Lucky 9, fourth; number 5, Mars, fifth. I repeat, number 6, Nord, first, number 3 Ganadora second, number 2 Tender Heart third, number 1 Lucky 9 fourth, number 5 Mars fifth. The distances in time won by 6.5 lengths, 3/4 of a length between second and third, 9 lengths between third and fourth, a distance between fourth and fifth, time 1 minute 41.721 seconds. I repeat, 6.5, 3/4, 9, distance, time 1 minute 41.721 seconds.
Attention please. The all clear has been given for the first race in Kolkata. Please note, in the second race in Kolkata, horse number 2 Fresh Hope has been withdrawn and horse number 3 Lion Queen is being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 2 Fresh Hope has been withdrawn and horse number 3 Lion Queen is being led out early to the start.
Nord has moved in, all in and locked up and ready, under starters orders, and they're off and racing for the Afro's handicap. Missing it a couple of lengths there was Ganadora. And as the field settles down, a customary start to finish mission, Lucky 9 on the outside of Mars on the inside. Another 3 lengths away, Tender Heart. Tracking Tender Heart in fourth is Nord, and a close last is Ganadora. They pass the iconic Victoria Memorial and they come towards the 1200 meter marker, and it's Mars on the inside, continuing to bowl along in front. About half a length go to Lucky 9, tracking him all the time. Another 3 lengths away is Tender Heart in the blinkers. Another 2 lengths behind Tender Heart is the Grey Node, and about 3 lengths behind, bringing up the rear, is Ganadora. About 12 lengths separate the first and the last as they come towards past the 800 meter marker, and it continues to be Mars in a start to finish essay here. By about a length and a half, go to on the outside is Lucky 9. 3 lengths away, Tender Heart. Note coming off the bridle on the outside, and about 2 lengths away, Ganadora in the rear as they come towards the 600 meter marker. They begin their wheeling around the corner, and it's going to be Mars on the inside. On the outside, Lucky 9 has kicked for home. Another length away is Nord. Improving on the outside all the time is Tender Heart. It is straight enough for the final run-in. Lucky 9 brings them home in front by about a length half good of Tender Heart on the outside. The grey travelling well on the very, very wide outside. Lucky 9's gone. Between horses, it is Nord on the outside who comes and takes it up. Nord has gone clear by about 2 lengths good of Tender Heart. It is Nord travelling the best of them all. Nord going away to win the Afro's handicap very, very comfortably by about 4 lengths good of the late finishing Ganadora. Nord wins it by about 4 lengths from Ganadora. Then there was Tender Heart, Lucky 9, and bringing up the rear was Mars. So good upset here on the start of the first day of the Christmas season. Here at the Kolkata races, horse number 6 Nord, the 7-1 chance.
Moving on to the second race of the afternoon, the Hartnell Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The first runner we're looking at is number 1, Trebia. Trebia had a start in race number 9 in the current season, where it took the turn in 11th spot, made up a placing and eventually finished on 10th. The winner here was White Roses, who won that race very impressively by 2 3/4 of a length.
Dividend for the first race of Calcutta, 6 win pays rupees 5050. 6th place pays rupees 1212, 3rd place pays rupees 1717, forecast pays rupees 313 313, second horse pool pays rupees 2525, third horse pool pays rupees 3535, Quinella pays rupees 143 143. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 596 596. Winning combination is 6, 3 and 2. Exacta gross rupees 440 has been carried over.
We move on to the second race of the day, the Hartnell Handicap. For horses rated 21 to 46, 1200 meters. The field has been reduced to 9 runners with the withdrawal of Fresh Hope on veterinary grounds. Albert, take us through horse number 1, Trebian from Javed Khan's yard, ridden by Afzal Khan.
If you ignore the last 2 runs that Trebia had, one was in monsoon and one was in the first start it had in this season. If you go back to previous winter season, it definitely signed off the season with a win. So that's a very strong form lineup, but we have to go back about 10 months for that.
Horse number 3, Lion Queen from Shabil Sharif's yard, ridden by Tausif Ahmed.
Another horse which had a very reasonable, good monsoon season, a win and a third behind its name. Well, she is running here for the first time and parading decently.
You have horse number 4, Impermanence from Shafiq Khan's yard, ridden by Muhammad Akram.
Not much form to go by, Melissa, for Impermanence, but a horse which always turns out in very nice fashion. Today it's not really looking the part. It generally looks very good looker, but today it's playing up and she is getting a little edgy as they go past us.
We have horse number 5, Tropical Lady from Sia Olford's yard, ridden by Nikhil Naidu.
A horse, a real money spinner. If you see her first start of the season, she came out and won the opening race of our winter season and ran once in the monsoon season where ran second to Dance Along. And a very strong horse because it always puts in a strong performance. I think one of your contenders.
We have horse number 6 and horse number 7 on your screen, that is Sun God and UV.
I think I can say the same thing about Sun God, what I said about Trebia. You have to ignore the only start it had of the season and the monsoon season. With UV, I think UV has been very consistent. It has not been out of the top 2 in its last 4 starts. So I think UV definitely is one of your contenders.
On your screens now is horse number 8, By the Book, and horse number 9, Italian Gold.
Both, I think, market fancies in this race. I would need to check the bookmakers odds. I think number 8, By the Book, is the favorite at 11 to 10. I think has had a mock race, and I think she should put up a big show. Number 9, Italian Gold, is actually the horse which I picked out on study, and the odds are not really reflecting much confidence, but then Italian Gold is my pick on the way when I work the form.
Now we have horse number 10, that is Sporting Trainer from Vikas Jaiswal's yard, ridden by Vin.
So the runners and riders for the second race of the afternoon, the Hartnell Handicap, now coming out onto the racetrack. They're led out there by number 3, Lion Queen. Also on the track now is Impermanence, giving a little trouble there. The jockey going to mount him on the racetrack. By the Book comes out onto the track as well. The latest bookmakers odds for this second race: number 8, By the Book, at 11 to 10. Number 3, Lion Queen, 4 to 1. Number 5, Tropical Lady, 9 to 2. Number 7, UV, 6 to 1. Number 9, Italian Gold, 6 to 1. Longer odds the rest. Runners and riders making their way to the starting gates. On the racetrack already, you've got By the Book, Impermanence, Trebian, and Lion Queen. We're waiting for the other runners to come out. Slight change in the betting odds. Number 8, By the Book, now at 13 to 10. Number 3, Lion Queen drifting out 5-1. Number 5, Tropical Lady at 5-1. Number 7, UV 7-1. Longer odds the rest. So that's the way they bet here for this second race. The Hartnell Handicap, runners and riders on their way to the starting gates.
Dividend for the first race of Bangalore. 5 win pays rupees 1717, 5 place pays rupees 1010, 2 place pays rupees 1414, 8 place pays rupees 2121. Forecast pays rupees 5757, second horse pool pays rupees 3333, third horse pool pays rupees 2525, Quinella pays rupees 1717. Your attention please, Tanala pays rupees 217 217.
So on your screen you can see Impermanence, Lion Queen and UV making their way towards the starting gates. And you can see the odds. Number 8, By the Book at 13-10. Number 3, Lion Queen at 5-1. Number 5, Tropical Lady also 5-1. And number 7, UV 7-1. Longer odds, the other runners. We're getting to the starting gates now. Already there were By the Book and Trebien. So 9 runners now at the 1200 meter starting stalls. We're waiting for loading operations, which should be commencing shortly. Still about 4 minutes to go before starting time. So the horses are now being stalled for the second race of the afternoon, the Hartnell Handicap. We've got By the Book stand. Italian Gold has moved in, so too has Sun God, along there with Trebien. Tropical Lady has also been stalled. Lion Queen is the next to walk in. Sporting Trainer coming in with the blindfolds on. You've got By the Book standing in front of the gates, waiting to be backed in. And the horses out behind, Impermanence and Sporting Trainer. The favourite By the Book closing here 13 to 10 against. And they're trying to back her in. The blindfolded By the Book, a little reluctant there to be backed into the gates. Not playing up, but being a little mulish there. But they're managing to push her in. And the blindfolded and riderless By the Book almost pushed into the extreme outside draw. With the withdrawal of horse number 2, Fresh Hope, the field being cut down to 9. Now they still haven't pushed By the Book right into the stall number 10. The jockey is also dismounted from Impermanence. Impermanence known to be a bit of a difficult customer, and we're waiting to see how she goes towards the gates. But meanwhile, By the Book is 3/4 of the way in, having been backed in. But they still haven't managed to really put her in and close the gates. Meanwhile, the riderless Impermanence being walked up. The riderless Impermanence has been stalled. And they seem to be having a problem there with By the Book, who looks like she might have just sat down in the gates. By the Book, not happy about being backed in. And as we said, she's not playing up, but just being very mulish and sluggish and not wanting to be backed into those stalls. Neeraj Rawal waiting for her inside the gates. And Impermanence is also backed out. And the minute they're trying to push By the Book into the gates, she's almost as though she comes down on her haunches. They seem to have finally got By the Book backed into the stalls. Jockey Neeraj Rawal back in the saddle. Impermanence being walked up to the gate. Sporting Trainer has been stalled in the meanwhile. The riderless Impermanence has moved in to stall number 2. But very fractious there in stall 2 is Impermanence trying to crawl out from under the gates, and she manages to succeed in that. And she's got herself stuck now in the gate number 2. May I have your attention, please? In this race, horse number 4, Impermanence, has been withdrawn before coming under starter's orders. I repeat, in this race, horse number 4, Impermanence, has been withdrawn before coming under starter's orders. So the other field being reduced now to 8 runners. Just waiting for the off now as they try to clear up. They're all in. And they're off and racing. Slowly out there was Lion Queen. But as they settle down to race, and it's By the Book from the outside draw quickly in to take up the running there from Italian Gold, who passes her on the inside. Italian Gold settles down to lead now by about 3 parts of a length from By the Book. UV is in third. Tropical Lady is in fourth. A length and a half away, Sun God on the rails. Keeping him company on the outside, Très Bien. We've got 4.5 lengths adrift. Then we've got Lion Queen and the back marker, Sporting Trainer. They go past the 8 and approach the 600-meter marker, and Italian Gold still the leader, just a shade ahead now of the favourite By the Book on the outside. UV is very prominent in third, so too is Tropical Lady moving up on the outside. Then we've got Très Bien making a bit of a forward move, Sun God towards the inside rails, and Lion Queen and Sporting Trainer out of it. They straighten up for the final run-in. Italian Gold is the leader by about a length and a half from By the Book moving on the outside. On the wider outside there's Tropical Lady looking the best of the lot, and it's Tropical Lady on the outside from on the inside Italian Gold. The rest have faded out of it, but 100 to run, and Tropical Lady is kicked away by about a length and a half, winning this comfortably from Italian Gold. Then came on the inside UV. So the outcome of the second race going to So the outcome of the second race, number 5, Tropical Lady, ridden here by Nikhil Naidu, trained by Christopher Alford, coming with a nice run on the outside to collar the early leader, Italian Gold, and win it. Tropical Lady, the property of Kunal Gupta, representing Kunal Gupta Stud Farms LLP, and she's trained by Christopher Alford and was ridden by Nikhil Naidu. Always prominent in third, fourth position, while allowing Italian Gold to do all the donkey work in front. And then Nikhil Naidu set her alight when heads were turned for home, and Tropical Lady picks up her second win from 2 starts this winter. We're waiting for the... You've got Italian Gold, just the leader. By the Book is up there on the outside, but Tropical Lady comes in a little wide, but Mr. Nikhil Naidu certainly knew what he was on, and once he presses the button on Tropical Gold, she starts to drift out a bit, but it's still good enough to get the better of Italian Gold fighting back on the inside, and then there was Sun God along there with UV. But the outcome, never in doubt, Tropical Lady winning this very comfortably in the end.
The results of the second race at Kolkata. Number 5, Tropical Lady, first. Number 9, Italian Gold, second. Number 7, UV, third. Number 8, By the Book, fourth. Number 6, Sun God, fifth. I repeat, number 5, Tropical Lady, first. Number 9, Italian Gold, second. Number 7, UV, third. Number 8, By the Book, fourth. Number 6, Sun God, fifth. The distances and time: 1 by 2 1/4 lengths, 3/4 of a length between second and third, a length and a half between third and fourth, a head between fourth and fifth. Time: 1 minute 15.258 seconds. I repeat: 2 1/4, 3/4, 1 1/2, a head. Time: 1 minute 15.258 seconds.
Your attention, please. The all clear has been given for the second race in Kolkata. Please note, deductions on bets placed with bookmakers prior to the withdrawal of horse number 4 Impermanence will be announced shortly. Your attention, please. Please note, in the third race in Kolkata, horse number 6 Mount Reno and horse number 2 Celtic Harlequin are being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 2 Celtic Harlequin and horse number 6 Mount Reno are being led out early to the start.
The CCTV. I repeat, the close finish for the fourth place is displayed on the CCTV.
Your attention, please. May I have your attention, please? Bookmakers, please note. Win and place bets laid with bookmakers prior to the announcement of the withdrawal horse number 4 in performance in the second race will not be reduced. I repeat, bookmakers, please note. Win and place bets laid with bookmakers prior to the announcement of the withdrawal horse number 4 in permanence in the second race will not be reduced.
And they're off and racing. Slowly out there was Lion Queen. But as they settle down to race, and it's by the book from the outside draw quickly in to take up the running there from Italian Gold, who passes her on the inside. Italian Gold settles down to lead now by about 3 parts of the length from by the book. UV is in third. Tropical Lady is in fourth. A length and a half away, Sun God on the rails, keeping him company on the outside. Then we've got Lion Queen and the back marker, Sporting Trainer. They go past the 8 and approach the 600-meter marker, and Italian Gold still the leader, just a shade ahead now of the favorite by the book on the outside. UV is very prominent in third, so too is Tropical Lady moving up on the outside. Then we've got Trebien making a bit of a forward move, Sun God towards the inside rails, and Lion Queen and Sporting Trainer out of it. They straighten up for the final run-in. Italian Gold is the leader by about a length and a half from by the book moving on the outside. On the wider outside there's Tropical Lady looking the best of the lot, and it's Tropical Lady on the outside from on the inside Italian Gold. The rest are faded out of it, but 100 to run, and Tropical Lady is kicked away by about a length and a half, winning this comfortably from Italian Gold. Then came on the inside UV. So the outcome of the second race going to number 5, Tropical Lady, ridden here by Nikhil Naidu, trained by Christopher Alford, coming with a nice run on the outside to collar the early leader, Italian Gold, and win it. Tropical Lady, the property of Kunal Gupta, representing Kunal Gupta Stud Farms LLP, and she's trained by Christopher Alford and was ridden by Nikhil Naidu. Always
totalizer announcement in the second race of Calcutta, horse number 4 has been withdrawn. In the first leg of jackpot pool, all the tickets on that horse have been transferred to horse number 8, being the first favorite horse in totalizer win pool at Calcutta. In the second leg of first treble pool, all the tickets on that horse have also been transferred to horse number 8, being the first favorite horse in totalizer win pool. All win, place, forecast, Tanala, SHP, THP bets on horse number 4 will be refunded in accordance with the rules. Dividend for the second race of Calcutta: 5 win pays rupees 4545, 5 place pays rupees 1111, 9 place pays rupees 1313, 7 place pays rupees 1515, forecast pays rupees 232, 232, Second horse pool pays rupees 4242. Third horse pool pays rupees 4444. Quinella pays rupees 181,181. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 843,843. Winning combination is 5, 9 and 7. Exacta gross rupees 90,90 has been carried over. Your attention please. Today's jackpot pool gross pool collection rupees 1,61,930. There are 3,445 successful tickets left in after first leg. In the first treble pool there are 72 successful tickets left in after second leg.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the third race of the day, the Serendine Handicap. For horses rated 41 to 66, 1200 meters. Field of 8 runners. We have Danny and Albert playing catch and catch, trying to look at the horse over here. So we'll hand it over to them. Danny, give us your take on Maktub.
Well, Melissa, Maktub has run fourth in a 1200 meter race to Mezcal, not far from the winner, carrying top weight here. And aboard is top weight rider Mukesh Kumar, who's come down from Hyderabad. So Maktub certainly can carry the weight and should run with a chance.
I don't think you got a chance to see number 2 horse Celtic Harlequin, who left early from the paddock. I did, and I think it really looked good in the paddock while it was making its way to the main track. And I think Celtic Harlequin, the fact that he's got a third in his last start behind Long Lease, and Long Lease, as we know already, has gone on to win the 1000. I think it's a very strong form lineup for Celtic Harlequin. What do you think about number 3, Horace the Great, sir?
Well, Horace the Great is stablemate to Celtic Harlequin, ridden by Afzal Khan, and has had a second over 1400. I think I agree with you. I think Celtic Harlequin, in my opinion, maybe a little better, shade better. Then we've got number 4, the well-bred Burmese, ridden by Nikhil Naidu. Burmese has come out and won a 1400 in the monsoon, and subsequently ran a 6th behind Jawai. But I think has had a bit of a break since the end of October, and I think it's a small, light-framed filly, so I think the break of a month, little over a month, probably suit the horse's cause today. Then we've got number 5, Devushka. Albert, the stable of Vikas Jaiswal has put up P. Tejeshwar on Devushka. Ran a third over 1100 meters. What do you feel in this race?
To be honest, if you see Devushka and then right in the next race card order, there is Mount Reno. I think between Devushka and Mount Reno, I think with the booking of NS Parmar, I would consider Mount Reno as one of the dark horses in this race. And Mount Reno is quoted at 12 to 1. So that would be pretty big coup if he can pull it out with NS Parmar on Mount Reno. But Devushka, I don't see much form. She ran 4th in a small field, and let's see what she does.
Just want to mention, we're looking at number 3, Leave the Paddock. That's Horace the Great. Looks really well turned out. And we move on to number 7, Palcha, the rider of P. Uday Kiran from Rajinder Reddy stable. Has 2 starts, not on the board yet. In the last 2 starts, 1100, then 1400. I don't think has much form we can discuss here. Number 8, Regency Gold from Rutherford stable, ridden by Vinay Jaiswal. Had a good third last time. A horse at this handicap, I think, is due a win.
Long break for Regency Gold. Skip the monsoon. I think Cyrus sir is going to take over the mic anytime soon. Final pick, sir.
So I think I'll agree with you. Celtic Harlequin stands out on paper. Then you've got Burmese and bottom weight Regency Gold for an upset.
I totally detour your choices, sir. Over to Mr. Cyrus Madden, who's going to call them home for the third race of the day.
Dividend for the second race of Bangalore. 3 win pays rupees 1616, 3 place pays rupees 1515, 4th place pays rupees 1515, 7th place pays rupees 3535, forecast pays rupees 158,158, second hospital pays rupees 6363, third hospital pays rupees 5959, Quinella pays rupees 5050. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 561,561. First treble pool, gross pool collection rupees 10,140. There are 394 successful tickets left in after first leg.
Runners and riders for the third race of the afternoon, the Serendine Handicap now coming out onto the racetrack. And the latest bookmakers odds here, number 2, Celtic Harlequin coming in for big support at 2-1. Number 4, Burmese drifting out from 13-10 to 9-4. Number 3, Horus the Great at 9-2. Number 1, Maktub at 5-1. And 12-1 and over the other runners. So that's the way they bet here. That's the way they bet here for this third race. The Serendine Handicap, runners and riders on their way to the starting gates. In the picture there is Devushka in the green. Now they're beginning to arrive now at the 1200 meter marker. In the picture there is Celtic Harlequin, who was led to the gates, and jockey Sujit Paswan waiting for him near the starting stalls. In the picture there you can see Maktub, Devushka, Palcha, Regency Gold. Standing in front of the gates then is Mount Reno, just waiting for loading operations to commence, which should be starting soon. So the horses are now being stalled for the third race, the Serendine Handicap. First one into the gates is Devushka, and she's followed in there by Horus the Great. Devushka backs out. So the only one stalled so far is Horus the Great. You've got Mount Reno in front of the stalls waiting to be backed in. In the meanwhile, Palcha being walked up. Palcha has been stalled. And quite a change in the betting if you look at it. Number 2, Celtic Harlequin coming in for heavy support now at 2-1. Number 4, Burmese drifting out 9-4. Number 3, Horus the Great at 9-2. Longer odds the rest. They're trying to push Devushka into the gates. Devushka being a little cussed there behind the gates. But they've managed to coax her in. So Devushka has been coaxed in. The horses out behind, Regency Gold, Celtic Harlequin and Maktub. And in front of the gates there we've got Mount Reno. Regency Gold has been stalled on the inside draw. The blindfolded Mount Reno will be backed in. In the meanwhile, Maktub has also been stalled. So that just leaves Celtic Harlequin, who's just moved into the extreme outside draw. Burmese yet to move in, and they're trying to back Mount Reno into the gates. Burmese has been stalled. Last one in will be Mount Reno, who's giving them a bit of a problem there to be backed in. They're now taking him behind the gates. Mount Reno without the rider and with the blindfolds on, now being brought behind the gates. And he walks in without any trouble whatsoever. So Mount Reno has been stalled. All 8 runners in the gates. And the Celtic Harlequin playing up a bit on the number 8 draw. But they're all in and they're away and racing. Fairly level break, and as they settle down to race, it's Regency Gold to first to show out from the inside draw. Maktub in second. In third position is Mount Reno. Celtic Harlequin comes in from the extreme outside to be a close fourth. Then we've got Burmese, Devushka, a length and a half away. There comes Horus the Great, and the back marker at this stage is Palcha. They go past the 8 and approach the 600 meter marker, and Regency Gold has settled down to lead by about 4.5, 5 lengths there from Maktub in second position. About 2.5 lengths behind Maktub then comes Celtic Harlequin. Burmese making a forward move on the outside. 2 lengths adrift we've got Devushka, and then comes Mount Reno, followed there by Horus the Great. Round the turn now into the straight, and it's still on the inside. Regency Gold shifting off a straight course. Devushka looking for a run on the inside, and Burmese moving fastest of all on the stand side. And it's all Burmese. She's gone and racing away from them. with about 100 to run. Burmese extending the margin of victory and giving Nikhil Naidu a double here. Burmese wins very comfortably from Devushka. Then came Horus the Great, Celtic Harlequin, followed there by Mount Reno and Devushka. So that was the outcome here of the third race, the Serendine Handicap, which was won by number 4, Burmese, trained by Rajesh Naredu, ridden by Nikhil Naidu. Always prominent most of the way, and the daughter of multidimensional, quickened beautifully once she was straightened up for home and just skated away from them. Bloodless victory in the end, as she won as she liked. So the winner of the third, Burmese, owned by Blazing Saddles, Mr. Kalyampuran, and Messrs. So Blessed Trading Company Private Limited, represented by Atula Mercy. We're just waiting now for the Gold had a useful lead here from Maktub in second. Then there was Celtic Harlequin. Burmese was travelling very smoothly on the stand side, and once Nikhil Naidu got her alight, just look at the way she quickens, and the rest of them are just left floundering in her wake. No hard luck stories here, as Burmese comes back to her winning form, winning very impressively from a race for second really between Devushka, Horus the Great and Celtic Harlequin, but Burmese coming out to win convincingly.
The results of the third race at Kolkata: number 4, Burmese, first; number 3, Horus the Great, second; number 5, Devushka, third; number 2, Celtic Harlequin, fourth; number 8, Regency Gold, fifth. I repeat, number 4, Burmese, first; number 3, Horus the Great, second; number 5, Devushka, third; number 2, Celtic Harlequin, fourth; number 8, Regency Gold, fifth. The distances and time won by 6.5 lengths, a short head between second and third, a short head between third and fourth, 2 lengths between fourth and fifth, time 1 minute 13.959 seconds. I repeat, 6.5, short head, 2 lengths between fourth and fifth, time 1 minute 13.959 seconds.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the third race in Kolkata. Please note, in the fourth race in Kolkata, horse number 3, Dragon's Gold, is being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 3, Dragon's Gold, is being led out early to the start.
The close finish for the second place is displayed on the CCTV. The close finish for the second place is displayed on the CCTV.
And the Celtic Harlequin playing up a bit on the number 8 draw. But they're all in and they're away and racing. Fairly level break. And as they settle down to race, it's Regency Gold to verse to show out from the inside draw. Maktoub in second. In third position is Mount Reno. Celtic Harlequin comes in from the extreme outside to be a close fourth. Then we've got Burmese, Devushka. A length and a half away there comes Horus the Great. And the back marker at this stage is Palchar. They go past the 8 and approach the 600-meter marker, and Regency Gold has settled down to lead by about 4.5, 5 lengths there from Maktoub in second position. About 2.5 lengths behind Maktoub, then comes Celtic Harlequin. Burmese making a forward move on the outside. 2 lengths adrift, we've got Devushka, and then comes Mount Reno, followed there by Horus the Great. Round the turn now into the straight, and it's still on the inside. Regency Gold shifting off a straight course. Devushka looking for a run on the inside, and Burmese moving fastest of all on the stand side. And it's all Burmese. She's gone and racing away from them. With about 100 to run, Burmese extending the margin of victory and giving Nikhil Naidu a double here. Burmese wins very comfortably from Devushka. Then came Horus the Great, Celtic Harlequin, followed there by Mount Reno and Devushka. So that
rupees 21 to 1. 4th place pays rupees 1414. 3rd place pays rupees 1414. 5th place pays rupees 4040. Forecast pays rupees 152 152. Second horse pool pays rupees 3737. Third horse pool pays rupees 106 106. Quinella pays rupees 7979. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 907 907. Winning combination is 4, 3 and 5. Exacta gross rupees 300 has been carried over. In the first treble pool pays rupees 599 599 on 21 winning tickets. In the mini jackpot pool, gross pool collection rupees 29,230. There are 1,146 successful tickets left in after first leg. In the jackpot pool, there are 1,402 successful tickets left in after second leg.
Your attention please. Results of the third race. Hello, check. Hello. Hello, check. Hello.
1, 2, 3. Check 1, 2, 3.
Hello. Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the fourth race of the day, the Noble View Handicap, field of 5 runners. Ratha, your job is easy. You have to give us your views on the 5 runners. Let's start with horse number 1, John Lafette from B. Mahesh's yard.
Well, John Lafette has been running very consistently this season, and he's won over a 7 furlong in the monsoon. Again, he ran an eye-catching third last week. Definitely, he's got a chance again today.
Then horse number 2, Mandolin from C. Olfer's yard, ridden by P. Tejeshwar.
Mandolin's always been on board. He's never been off the board. He looks well. He still carries himself well. He's a small little made horse, but he has a big heart to gallop. So he looks like it's a little cut out for him running a mile this time for the first time. Oh, he ran last time in a mile where he ran fourth, far away fourth. So he's running a 14 this time, which is suited to him. So let's hope he runs a better race than the last time.
Then horse number 4, Dubai Star from Patrick Quinn's yard.
Dubai Star ran a game second last time, going down by half a length over a 6 furlong. Now it's running its best distance. I think it's a 14, and definitely he's one of the horses with an outstanding chance in the race.
And horse number 5, White Roses from Neil Dara Shah's yard.
White Roses won very impressively last time and looks absolutely fit and well in the paddock again. I think this is one of the horses that all have to beat.
Then horse number 3, Dragon's Gold, had left early. What are your views on Dragon's Gold?
We didn't get a look at Dragon's Gold because he walked out early, but he won very well last time, but beat nothing much behind him. So he needs to improve on that last run, I think, today.
So the runners and riders for the 4th race, the Noble View Handicap, coming out onto the racetrack now. This is 1400 meters for horses rated 41 to 66, those rated 21 to 46 eligible. The latest bookmakers odds, number 5, White Roses at 11 to 10 against. Number 4, Dubai Star at 4 to 1. Number 1, Jean Lafette 5 to 1. Number 3, Dragon's Gold 5 to 1. And number 2, Mandolin the Outsider in 5 at 10 to 1. Runners and riders on their way to the starting gates for the Noble View Handicap being run over 1400 meters.
Dividend for the 3rd race of Bangalore. 5 win pays rupees 2323. 5 place pays rupees 2323. 1 place pays rupees 1313. 3 place pays rupees 1313. Forecast pays rupees 170,170. Second hospital pays rupees 3636. Third hospital pays rupees 5050. Quinella pays rupees 4242. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 197,197. Winning combination is 5, 1 and 3. Your attention please. Today's jackpot pool collection rupees 95,310. There are 2,858 successful tickets left in after first leg. In the first treble pool, there are 116 successful tickets left in after second leg.
So quite a change in the betting. Number 5, White Roses, now at 20 to 15 on. Number 4, Dubai Star at 9 to 2. Number 1, Jean Lafette, 11 to 2. Number 3, Dragon's Gold, 11 to 2. So White Roses being back down, 20 to 15 on. So they're beginning to arrive at the starting gates. You can see Jean Lafette is already there. And jockey Vinay Jaiswal, who's riding Dragon's Gold, is also there. They're waiting for Dragon's Gold. Walking up now is the odds-on favourite White Roses. Mandolin has also reached, so they just wait now for Dubai Star and Dragon's Gold, who's being led to the gates without the rider. And Dragon's Gold, sporting the colours of the late Rashid Behramji, one of the greatest trainers that ever graced the turf here in India. It's wonderful to see his colours in Calcutta. And he was a man who had no equal as he went about his business. So many used to call him the Vincent O'Brien of Indian racing. So that's Dragon Gold, which is owned by the estate of the late Rashid Behramji, being walked to the start without the rider. The other 4 runners already at the starting gates. They're just waiting for Dragon's Gold. Bookmakers odds, number 5, White Roses, 20 to 15 on. Number 4, Dubai Star at 9 to 2. Number 1, Jean Lafette, 11 to 2. Number 3, Dragon's Gold, also 11 to 2. So the riderless Dragon's Gold finally getting to the starting gates. Jockey Jaiswal getting a leg up, and he'll be on board shortly. And the loading operations have commenced for this Noble View Handicap. First one into the gates will probably be Jean Lafette. Jean Lafette has been stalled. Dragon's Gold has been pushed in. They're trying Mandolin now. Mandolin a little cussed there behind the gates. But the handler's doing a good job there with Mandolin. Dubai Star has moved in, and the last one into the gates will be the odds-on favourite White Roses. White Roses having a good look at those gates as the handlers get ready to push her in. And she's been stalled. White Roses has moved in, all 5 runners in the gates. And they're away in racing for the Noble View Handicap. Slightly slow out there was White Roses, but as they settle down to race, and it's Dragon's Gold who hits the front there from Jean Lafette up on the outside. A length away, Mandolin tucked in on the rail. White Roses fighting for a head a little in 4th on the outside. Just behind them is Dubai Star. The field fairly tightly grouped, with Dragon's Gold calling it now by about a length and a half, separating him from the top-weighted Jean Lafette in 2nd. Mandolin is in 3rd on the inside, keeping him company on the outside. There is White Roses, and about a length and a half away, a close 5th, is Dubai Star. They've got a little over 600 to run in this Noble View Handicap, and it continues to be Dragon's Gold. Just the leader there from Jean Lafette on the outside. Mandolin is travelling handily in 2nd. White Roses is up on the outside in 4th. Just a length away then, Dubai Star. They're fairly tightly grouped as they begin to turn the corner and swing into the home straight. Dragon's Gold is just the leader from Jean Lafette. Then there's White Roses coming with a run, and on the wide outside will be Dubai Star. But with about 150 left to run, and White Roses still on tight reins, is kicked away by about 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths, and she's running away from them. White Roses is in full bloom as she goes for the winning line. About 5 to 6 lengths the good of Jean Lafette. Then comes Dragon's Gold and Dubai Star. So the outcome of the 4th race, won by number 5, White Roses, trained by Neil Darasha, written by Neeraj Rawal, owned by Miss Amita Mehra and Colonel S.B. Nair, picking up her 2nd race from as many starts here this winter. The daughter of Speaking of Which out of Roses in Bloom was certainly in full bloom as she turned for home. The minute Neeraj Rawal pressed the button on her, she just accelerated and went away from them in great style. So the outcome of the 4th race, the Noble View Handicap, won by number 5, White Roses, trained by Neil Darasha, written by Neeraj Rawal, sporting the colours of Amita Mehra and Colonel S.B. Nair. Gold is just the leader, Jean Lafette, and Neeraj comes about 3 to 4 wide, but he's not bothered at all because he knows that she's got plenty in hand, and she's still on tight reins as he shakes her up, and White Roses does this really, really well as she kicks away to win the Noble View Handicap without even working up a sweat. So a very convincing winner of the Noble View Handicap, White Roses.
The results of the 4th race at Kolkata. Number 5, White Roses first. Number 3, Dragon's Gold second. Number 1, Jean Lafette third. Number 2, Mandolin fourth. Number 4, Dubai Star fifth. I repeat. Number 5, White Roses first. Number 3, Dragon's Gold second. Number 1, Jean Lafette third. Number 2, Mandolin fourth. Number 4, Dubai Star, 5th. distances and time: 1 by 7 lengths, a long neck between second and third, 3 1/4 lengths between third and fourth, half a length between fourth and fifth. Time 1 minute 27.311 seconds. I repeat, 7, a long neck 3 1/4, half, time 1 minute 27.311 seconds.
Your attention please. The all clear has been given for the 4th race in Kolkata. Please note, in the 5th race in Kolkata, horse number 1 Savvy Chick will carry a red hood and leave early for the start. I repeat, horse number 1 Savvy Chick will carry a red hood and leave early for the start. Horse number 4 Stockbridge and horse number 5 Tigrio are being led out early to the start. I repeat, horse number 4 Stockbridge and horse number 5 Tigrio are being led out early to the start.
And they're away in racing for the Noble View Handicap. Slightly slow out there was White Roses, but as they settle down to race, and it's Dragon's Gold who hits the front there, from Jean Lafette up on the outside, a length away Mandolin tucked in on the rail. White Roses fighting for a head a little in fourth on the outside. Just behind them is Dubai Star. The field fairly tightly grouped, with Dragon's Gold calling it now by about a length and a half, separating him from the top-weighted Jean Lafette in second. Mandolin is in third on the inside, keeping him company on the outside. There is White Roses, and about a length and a half away, a close fifth, is Dubai Star. They've got a little over 600 to run in this Noble View Handicap, and it continues to be Dragon's Gold. Just the leader there, from Jean Lafette on the outside. Mandolin is travelling handily in second. White Roses is up on the outside in fourth. Just a length away then, Dubai Star. They're fairly tightly grouped as they begin to turn the corner and swing into the home straight. Dragon's Gold is just the leader from Jean Lafette. Then there's White Roses coming with a run, and on the wide outside will be Dubai Star. But with about 150 left to run, and White Roses still on tight reins, is kicked away by about 1, 2, 3, 4 lengths, and she's running away from them. White Roses is in full bloom as she goes for the winning line. About 5 to 6 lengths the good of Jean Lafette. Then comes Dragon's Gold and Dubai Star. So the outcome of the fourth race, won by number 5, White Roses, trained by Neil Darasha, written by Neeraj Rawal, owned by Miss Amita Mehra and Colonel S.B. Nair, picking up her second race from as many starts here this winter.
Dividend for the fourth race of Calcutta. 5 win pays rupees 15.15, 5 place pays rupees 12.12, 3 place pays rupees 32.32, forecast pays rupees 54.54, second horse pool pays rupees 32.32. Third horse pool pays rupees 3232. Quinella pays rupees 4848. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 166 166. Winning combination is 5, 3 and 1. Exacta gross rupees 100 has been carried over. In the second treble pool, gross pool collection rupees 29,230. There are 1,942 successful tickets left in after first leg. In the jackpot pool, there are 777 successful tickets left in after third leg. In the mini jackpot pool, there are 724 successful tickets left in after second leg.
asks me, what do you think, brother?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on for the feature event of the day, the fifth race, the Bright Hanover Cup for horses rated 95 and above, 1400 meters, field of 8 runners. Now, for those who follow us on YouTube, Ratha and Danny have already given their views on all our runners. So Ratha joins us again in the paddock. Ratha, to looking at all the horses here in the paddock, on just what you're seeing right now, what can you tell us about the horses?
Well, the horses that really caught my eye in the paddock was Savvy Chick, who's already left early for the starting gates. She looked absolutely well. She's holding a condition from her last start. Then we have Delphine also, who's also looking well. She looks absolutely fit for the race. And yes, number 3, as I told you in the interview, he always looks well. This horse can never fault him in his looks. And even Stockbridge was the one horse who also left early. Really looked well in the paddock while he walked out. So I think these are the 4 horses that really stand out in the paddock.
So ladies and gentlemen, you've got their views before, you've got a view on their paddock looks as well from Ratha. So this is the 5th race of the day, the Bright Hanover Cup. Horses have made their way out of the paddock, moving towards the starting gates. So may the best horse win. Thank you.
So the runners and riders for the 5th race, the feature event of the afternoon's proceedings, the Bright Hanover Cup for horses rated 95 and over, coming out onto the racetrack. This is a race 1400 meters. Number 1, Savvy Chick, carrying top weight 60 kilos, being ridden by Sujit Paswan and drawn 6. Number 2 is Delphine, carrying 59.5, trained by Ashay Doctor and ridden by apprentice A. Aniket, drawn 4. Number 3, Awesome One, sporting the first colours of the old Z Syndicate, sporting the red cap, and trained by Ashay Doctor, drawn 5, ridden by Neeraj Rawal. Number 4 is Stockbridge, also trained by Ashay Doctor, sporting the second colours of what used to be the Z Syndicate colours, ridden here by Yash Naredu. Number 5, Tigrio, trained by Sham Habbu, being ridden by Vinay Jaiswal, drawn 2. Number 6, Tactical Command, trained by Ashay Doctor, ridden by Tejeshwar, drawn 7. Number 7, Sage Perilous, trained by Mahesh, ridden by Uday Kiran and drawn 8. And number 9, Summer Night, trained by Bharat Singh, ridden by N.S. Parmar and drawn 3. So the runners and riders on their way to the 1400 meter marker for the start of the Bright Hanover Cup. The latest bookmakers odds: number 4, Stockbridge, 5-4 against. Number 1, Savvy Chick, is 3-1. Number 2, Delphine, 7-2. Number 3, Awesome One, 7-1. Longer odds the others. So that's the way they bet here for this 5th race, the Bright Hanover Cup, with Stockbridge, the favourite, 5-4. Number 1, Savvy Chick, 3-1. Number 2, Delphine, 7-2. Number 3, Awesome One, 7-1. So they're beginning to arrive now at the 1400 meter marker. On your screen you can see Tactical Command and Awesome One. Slight change in the bookmakers' odds. Number 4, Stockbridge is still the favourite, 14-10. Number 1, Savvy Chick coming in for a bit of support, now at 11-2. Number 2, Delphini steady, 7-2. And number 3, Awesome One at 7-1. So that's the way they bet here for the Bright Hanover Cup, with number 4, Stockbridge, the favourite. And in this race, Tigrio, Stockbridge and Savvy Chick were all being led to the gates without the riders. So the riderless Savvy Chick finally getting to the 1400 meter marker. All 8 runners now behind the starting gates. We're just waiting now for loading operations to commence.